Welcome back, dear friends and students. Today we have to discuss a chapter number 9, strategies for enhancement of a food production. First of all, it comes in our mind that why there is a need to increases the food production. Why we need to apply the strategies for increases the food production. The answer is there is ever increasing the population of the world. The world population is rising day by day, and so hence the requirement of a food and the other requirements are also increasing. One of the most important requirement is a food. So to meet the demand of the world population, we have to increase the food production. We have a limited availability of a land. So one solution for that is we have to increase the food production. So now the question comes, how we can increase the food production? So we can apply the principles of biology into enhancement of our food production. Okay, so we apply the principles of biology in plant breeding, and we apply the principles of biology in the animal husbandry. We look after these two important factors. The first one is animal husbandry and the second one is plant breeding, because most of the world populations are categorized into two categories, vegetarian and the non-vegetarian. So the demand and the requirement of both the population can be fulfilled by looking into these two factors. The first one is animal husbandry, and the second one is it's a plant breeding. These are two most important factors when we look after it and when we apply the principles of biology, or when we apply the biological principles in these two fields, then we might be able to fulfill the requirement of a food of the population in the world. So we have to apply these biological principles into a traditional science of animal husbandry and the plant breeding to enhance the food production. Along with that, we can also apply the newer techniques what we have discovered nowadays. Okay, in the nowadays or now science, the lots of other techniques also have been developed and we can apply it. Like for an example, you can also use the embryo transfer technology. Embryo transfer technology. And the another one is a tissue culture technique. This is the other one, two important technique by which also you can increases the food production. So in this chapter, we have to learn the animal husbandry, plant breeding, embryo transfer technology and the tissue culture technique, because all these techniques ultimately they are used for increases the food production or for enhancement of food production. Okay, so we will learn one by one. Okay, let us first start with the first technique, what we call it as an animal husbandry. Okay, what is animal husbandry and how we can increase the food production? Okay, so let's see, starting with the first, animal husbandry. Now you know that one of the most important approach for increasing the food production is animal husbandry. So now the question comes in our mind, what is an animal husbandry? So animal husbandry, it's an agricultural practice. It is agricultural practice of breeding and caring of livestock. Clear? So what is an animal husbandry? The animal husbandry, it's an agricultural practice of a breeding and caring of livestock. Okay? Here in a caring, see this is a word caring. In a caring, the animal is looked after very properly. They will be housed very properly. So this is called as a carrying, or you can say a raising of an animal. Okay, this is called as one of the approach in animal husbandry. And second one is breeding. That means the generation which is going to be produced, that should be of good breed, because we are getting a lots of product from this animal. Okay, so what is an animal husbandry? The animal husbandry is an agricultural practice of breeding and the carrying or raising of a livestock. Okay, so here see, I may use the word livestock. So what the livestock includes? In the livestock, it includes a number of animals. The livestock includes, means we are talking about the which animals? Here we are talking about the different animals like cows, buffaloes, camels, horses, goat, sheep, and there are lots of animals we can include in this one. So these are considered as a livestock, because from these animals, cow, buffalo, camels, horses, goat, sheep, insects, we are getting a lots of product. And these products, for this purpose or to getting this product or food, we are breeding them, and this practice is called as an animal husbandry. Animal husbandry, it's an art or it's a skill. This is a basic skill which the farmer has. Okay, and it is also a science. So when the skill of a farmer and the science they get meet up or they combine, the food production can be increased. So here we are applying the principles of biology in the traditional science of the breeding and carrying of or the raising of livestock. This is called as an animal husbandry. I will also tell you why we need to enhance the food production. If you see the data of the world, the 70% of the world livestock, 70% of the world livestock, I am saying the world livestock, means 70% of the world animals, they are present in only two countries. One is India and the second one is China. These two countries has 70% of the world livestock. But when you compare the production of this, then it is just a 25%. They have just a 25%. That indicate the per unit productivity is very low, and it is essential we have to increase the per unit productivity. See here you can say world na 70% animals કે જેનામાંથી આપણને કંઈક ને કંઈક પ્રોડક્ટ તો મળે જ છે. We are getting a product from it, but તો બી આપણી productivity કેટલી? Just we are supplying a 25% to the world. Means the per unit productivity is very low and we have to enhance. So how we can enhance? We can enhance by applying the different principles, okay, in it. So let's see how we can enhance this. One of the approach for enhancement of a food production in animal husbandry is dairy farm and its management. Okay, one of the approach is dairy farm and its management. This is one of the approach and its management. Okay, so now the first question comes in our mind: what is dairy? Okay, what is a dairy or what is the dairy farm management? So what is a dairy or dairy farm management? It is management of animals for milk and its products for human consumption. Okay, so what is a dairy? It's a management of the animals for getting the two products, main two important products. First is the milk and the second one is and the products of a milk. The products of milk includes curd, cheese, paneer, butter, ice cream, etc. So we are getting this for the human consumption. This is called as dairying. Okay, this is called as dairying. Okay, I again repeat, this is one of the approach by which you can increases the production of milk and its product. Okay, and once the production of milk and its product have been increased, the food requirement of the people can be fulfilled. Okay, so this is one of the approach which is called as dairy farm and it's a management. Okay, why we have to manage these animals for milk and its product? Because we want to achieve this two things. Which two things we want to achieve? First thing we want to achieve, that is a quality of product. Okay, and the second thing we have to want to increase is the quantity of the product. Okay, our main two purpose for management of dairy farm is to increases the quality of the product, that means milk and its product, and we also want to increases the quantity of a product. Like for an example, a cow produces the 5 liters of milk a day, but when we apply the biological principles in it, and if we are able to increases the milk production by the same cow to a 7 liter, then obviously the food production is increased. And along with that, we also want to improve its quality by improving its nutritional value. Okay, so here are the two principles why we need to apply a dairy farm management for getting the quality product, and the second to increases the yield or quantity of a product. Okay, and how we can do it? For getting a quantity of a product, the higher yield, there is a one most important requirement. It depends the quantity of a milk. It depends on the breed of an animal. Okay, so the quantity of a milk, it depends on the breed of an animal. If we have a good breed, okay, a breed which is producing a very high quantity of a milk, obviously the milk production is very high. Like for an example, if you compare a desi cow, okay, with a Jersey cow, compared to a desi cow, the Jersey cow has a higher production of a milk. So obviously the Jersey cow is a breed that is producing a higher yield. Okay, so that is you should have a good breed of an animal, and once the good breed of an animal, that automatically improves the milk production, and thus we can improve or increases the food quantity or the milk production. Along with that, the breed also should be a disease free breed. Okay, because when a living organism, whether it's an animal or the human being, when there is a disease, there is obviously the productivity of that living organism gets decreased. Okay, so when we want to improve the productivity, okay, like તમે માથું દુખતું હોય ને બીજું માથું દુખતું ના હોય, તમે જ છો, કઈ કન્ડિશનમાં તમારી વધારે પ્રોડક્ટિવિટી આવે? Obviously when you don't have a headache. Okay, so when a living organism doesn't have a disease, then the productivity gets increased. So we want to generate a disease free breed, or I say a more specifically a disease resistance breed. Okay, the disease resistance breed. Okay, so disease resistance means that breed is resistant to a certain diseases. They don't have or they do not suffer from the diseases, and that's why they have a higher milk production. So this is one of the approach by selecting a breed which has higher yield, and the disease resistance breed also has a higher milk production. Okay, the second way how you can do it, you are looking after the housing of an animal. Okay, the animal should be kept in a very clean, neat, hygienic environment. Okay, when the animal is looked after very well, obviously the production of a milk is going to be increased. Okay, so this is another way by maintaining a proper housing. Okay, now the third way or fourth way for improving the quality and the quantity of a milk or the yield of a milk is how we can do. We provide the water and food. Okay, we provide the sufficient water what the animal needs, and we provide the quantity of the food what the animal needs. In the food, we also want to maintain the quality of a food. So when the animal gets sufficient quantity of a food and a quality of a food, obviously the milk production is very high. So this is another way by which we can manage a dairy farm and we can increases the food production. Okay. The next way for increasing the quality and quantity is by maintaining the hygienic condition. We can maintain the hygienic conditions. Okay, you know that the animals they are you can say spoiling the surrounding environments. So we have to make the surrounding environments clean. Okay, during the milking, the proper hygienic and clean condition has to be maintained, and so that's why the product which we are getting, that is also a pure one, or that is hygienic and the clean product is going to be maintained, and thus we can increases the quality and the quantity of milk. So this is a dairy farm management, or even you can also apply a principle that periodically you inspect all the material or all the procedures which are performed in the dairy farm. बराबर છે, તમે વારે ઘડીએ ચેક બી કરી શકો છો પિરિયોડિકલી, કે દર અઠવાડિયે ચેક કરીએ, 3 દિવસે ચેક કરીએ કે 15 દિવસે ચેક કરીએ કે જે બી પ્રોસેસ થાય છે, that all the processes are done according to a good principles. So thus we can improve the food production. Or you can also have a periodic visit to a veterinary doctor. Okay, તમે ના કરો તો એક સ્પેસિફિક સ્પેશિયલાઇઝ્ડ પર્સન કે જે વેટરનરી ડોક્ટર છે, એનિમલ ડોક્ટર છે, એ વિઝિટ કરે, and then they will look after it. And when they look after it, તો એનામાં કઈ બી સાઇન સિમ્પટમ્સ દેખાશે, કઈ ન્યુટ્રિશનલ ડેફિશિયન્સી દેખાશે, they will be provided by that doctor, and thus we can increase the quality and quantity of product. So this is one of the approach in a animal husbandry, a dairy farm management, by which we can increase the milk and its product. Okay, so I can repeat how we can enhance the food production in animal husbandry. We have started with animal husbandry. Animal husbandry, that means it is agriculture practice of breeding and caring or raising of a livestock. It includes a lots of livestock. Okay, one of the approach is the management of dairy farm. So what is called as a dairy? It's a management of the animals for the milk and its product for human consumption. This is called as a dairying. The purpose of dairy farm management is to increase the quality and the quantity of the product. Okay, how we can increase the quality and quantity of a product? By selecting a high yielding breed, by selecting a disease resistance breed, by maintaining and providing a proper, clean, neat housing conditions and taking care of an animal, by providing a sufficient quantity of a food and water. Even we should also have to look after the quality of a food what it gets. Okay, now we can also do or maintain a hygienic conditions during the milking and the other processes. There is a periodic visit of a veterinary doctor or periodic inspection that is advisable to increase or to maintain the quality and quantity of a milk. Okay, so this is one of the approach we can do in animal husbandry. The another approach we can also apply, and that is the poultry farm management. Okay, the another approach for enhancement of food production is poultry farm management. So here you can say that it's clearly defined what is a poultry, or it's simple the meaning of poultry farm management. So that means a management of a poultry. But here we have to define what is a poultry. Okay, what is a poultry? The poultry is a domesticated fowl. Domesticated fowl. Here fowl means a bird. okay, which is used for meat and its egg. Okay, so this is called as a poultry, and the management of this poultry, it's called as poultry farm management. So I can repeat, what's a poultry? Poultry means it's a domesticated fowl or bird which is used for its meat, or it's going to be used for its egg. See here, we are using here the bird. Okay, here the bird or the fowl is going to be used, and you know that commonly used bird is, which is going to be used, or which is the commonly used fowl? We are getting the meat and the eggs from chicken. Okay, we are using a bird, duck, but sometimes we are also using the turkey and geese. These are the commonly used birds. They are used for getting their meat, okay, or they are used for getting their eggs, okay, and its management, it's called as poultry farm management, okay. And this poultry farm management, like dairying, can also be done in a proper way. Like you can select a high yielding breed which gives a more egg or which gives a more meat, okay. We can select a disease resistant breed, okay, so that animal or that bird doesn't have a chances of development of a disease or have a less chances of development of a disease. Thus we can increase the crop variety, we can increase the production. Third way, by providing the proper housing or maintaining the proper housing or taking care of that animal, that will also increases the quantity of a food, okay, or that increases the yield of a food. We can also maintain the hygienic neat conditions, that also improves. So like the principles of dairy farming, whatever the principle we have discussed, how we can increase this, the same principles are applied in the poultry farm for its management, and thus we can improve the production called as meat, and its egg production can be increased. So students, today we have discussed two main important principles in animal husbandry. One is dairy farm management and the second one is poultry farm management. Okay, so what is dairy? What is poultry? In poultry it includes which birds or fowls, or in case of a dairy it includes which animals, that you should have to remember, and how you can improve or how you can manage this dairy farm and the poultry farm to increase the food production. Okay, so students, today that much we have learned. In the next session we will learn the animal breeding. This is a practice how we can improve a good breed or good yielding breed. So that's why the production automatically gets increased, because to produce the higher quantity of a food, the breed, animal breed should be of good variety, okay, and that can be achieved by animal breeding. So in the next session we will discuss which are the different methods of animal breeding, what are their advantages and disadvantages. Till then students, keep learning, keep watching, like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.